everybody. I'm Nicole Bostel, Director of Communications here at STEM School Highlands Ranch, and I'm joined today by Kelly Reyna, our KOSON STEM Board of Directors President and Chair. And we're going to just talk a little bit about what the board's been working on this summer, as well as what to expect in the coming months. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Nicole.
And so can you talk a little bit about some of the projects you guys have been working on this summer? You guys have been super busy. You guys onboarded a new CIO, and I know that there was a big push to move toward 100% of using our platform called Board on Track. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. So this summer we actually only met a couple of times. So we had our board annual training in June. And then in July, we took a little bit of a hiatus this summer. I know last summer was filled with a lot of activity, but we came back refreshed. And at the end of July, we had a working session, started laying out our board calendar for topics for this year. And yes, onboarding our new CIO, Matt Cartier, has been ongoing. And thank you to Karen Johnson for leading that onboarding, and he actually has been taking the reins and, meeting with board members one-on-one and in our committees. So he's really taking quite, control over that anyway.
Nice. So can you talk a little bit about Board on Track? So that was a new platform for us like 2 years ago, I believe,
Yes.
and we've slowly been integrating all of those systems, but this will be our first year where there's some tools in there that really exciting to start implementing.
Yeah, so the reason for Board on Track was really to streamline our processes as a board. So really you can go from having a committee board members today, and 5 years from now we're still the same committee with different people, right? So it's really just streamlining those processes, making sure that our committees are aligned, our policies are properly updated and addressed on an annual basis, keeping our meetings organized. We're also using the public portal now, so if you have not already seen that on the website, you can visit the public portal through the link on the board webpage. All of our meeting agendas, our meetings are posted, our agendas are posted, and then our meeting minutes will be posted, and it's in real time, so it can just go pretty smoothly as we approve them. And then we are also trying to, we tried it off for the last time in last meeting, but we hear our community, and we're going to stream our meetings. So they won't be recorded at the moment, and public comment will still be through in person and through the form. So we're still going to use the form to sign up for public comment. But at the close of each meeting, now that we'll be streaming them, I will go through the next topics for the future, the next coming meetings. So everyone has a good idea of what we'll be talking about at the next meeting. And then if there is public comment, what we would like to do is interject the public comment to be aligned with the topic. So that's something that we're also entertaining. So some cool things that we're trying out.
Yeah. So one more piece to the Board on Track, which I think our community will really appreciate, because that's feedback that we've heard throughout a number of years, is the ability for evaluation. So can you talk a little bit about that and how that helps us?
Yeah. So Erin Quigley is the chair of our evaluation committee, and Board on Track has been aligning, so they have recommended metrics that we can pick from and build out our own evaluation system. It also keeps us on schedule with when we evaluate the CIO as well. So it's really taking all the guesswork out of it, and allowing us to align processes similar to other charter boards.
And I think what's really nice about that is we're able to take that same evaluation tool and then translate that to our shared services team and incorporate some of that into the evaluation tools for our administration team also, which, in the past we have had different forms of evaluations, but now it's going to be a little bit more streamlined. And so from the top down, we're providing that feedback back to staff. So super exciting.
The support on Board on Track is extremely helpful too. We have our own liaison and IT support through Board on Track, so it's been really a game changer for us, trying to just hone our skill at volunteer board.
That's great. So next few months, what's on the horizon?
Well, we already talked about streaming our meetings, and then we have our committees underway. We are also taking a look at the strategic plan, so Matt's been heading that up. Right now we're coming up with, well, he's coming up with kind of mini goals for this year, just because being a new CIO and, you know, year one, what does that look like? I mean, are you going to tackle a strategic plan in year one? Probably not, but
Right.
What can we do to gear up to that? So that's what we're working on now. And then just getting those monthly meetings, the committee meetings, meeting regularly. Carla Gustafson has come up with a meeting committee template, if you will. So now we have our goals and we have what we're working on and then our next steps. So we're becoming more organized in that fashion as well.
Great. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And we hope that there's a lot of good information that our community can pull from today's interview. Thanks so much for joining us.